Welcome back, my friends, to the show that never ends. Well, I hope it fucking ends soon. I gotta tell you that. Welcome to the COVID Condo Kit, episode 12, my friends, girls and boys. Another beautiful day. We've had great weather here in Toronto, besides the lockdown still continuing. Good news on the horizon, though. I'll talk a little bit about it like I usually do. Happy to say that I'm completely vaccinated. I feel really good about that. I'm not changing a lot of what I do, but it is a bit of a light at the end of a tunnel. I really think I'm looking at USA right now. I'm watching the NHL playoffs, and it's so good to see fans rocking out at hockey games. It's so good to see that. So I'm looking at USA as a model, hopefully for Canada to follow. I know we're a little behind in the vaccine rollout, but it's catching up. So this is good news. And my bandmates are also vaccinated with the first shot, I believe, and they'll be getting their second one, and let's get back to rock and roll. Anyway, today's show, a couple of things. This is my first book I released, Guardian of a Timekeeper, just about a year before this COVID stuff hit. The book did very well. I was surprised. It was right on the cusp of bestseller numbers before COVID hit last March and the band stopped touring. I probably would have hit it selling the books at the shows, but wasn't meant to be. Doesn't mean it still can't hit that mark. I'm quite proud of the book, and I'm happy to announce my second book will be released in July. The editor now has the book and is going through the book with me. It's called Thunderfoot, Chronicles of a Rock and Roll Pirate, Volume 1. There's going to be a couple of volumes of this one. It's 45, 50 years of my rock career. A lot went on. So get that out of the way. Today's episode is Hard Luck Town, Killer Dwarfs, story of Tommy the Miner. And as the story goes of Tommy the Miner, who is the intro of Hard Luck Town, for all fans that know this song well. This is actually not an actor. This is a real gentleman that I met years ago and played pool with.
I done fucking mining. I done hard rock mining. I done fucking copper mining and fucking gold mining. Yeah. I was one of the toughest in the fucking West.
Now, what happened was we were playing in Trenton, Ontario, Canada, way back in the early 80s. And this guy was staying at the hotel on our floor. Older looking, rough looking guy, and I ended up playing pool with him down in the bar in the daytime before our show that day, one of the days that we were there. And I got to know him. He was a really colorful, tough guy, and he was selling a bunch of stuff. I was like, what? You know, this is before you could go to Insta-Tellers and pull money out. He needed some cash. He said, I got a brand new pair of binoculars, and I got a tape deck and stuff because I want to sell it. Are you interested? I said, not really. And I go, well, when we're done playing pool, how about we go up and have a look at the tape deck? It's brand new. And he goes, it's a brand new tape deck, Toshiba tape deck. I said, I'd like to have a look at it. So I ended up going up and having a look at it, and I needed something to play music in my room. And I bought it off the guy for like $50, and there was 2 cassette tapes that came with it. One cassette was in the machine, and the other one just was loose there, and I took both. And I went back and listened to the tape he had in there, and he told me, he goes, oh, I was on there rambling on, just delete it, you're gonna hear me, blah, blah, blah. So I listened to it, and it was gold. It was Tommy the Miner. His real name is Tom Dice, a guy from Cape Breton Island. I figure he'd be 65, maybe pushing 70 back in the late 80s, so he's probably passed away by now. But Tom Dice was his name, that's what I gather. And he was on the tape deck drinking booze, drunk, rambling on to his son, and he was going to mail the tape to his son. And it's completely vulgar. It's about his trips to all these mining towns where he worked, in Sudbury and Sault Ste. Marie and all these places. Really interesting. And I still have the cassette tape. So that's the story of Tommy the Miner, and we ended up honoring him by putting him on the intro of Hard Luck Town. So that's what we did. I apologize for the condo build out front here. It's getting louder and louder, and it's getting harder and harder to record. I'll just swing this around a little bit. You see down there, it's almost at ground level now. So I don't know how much longer I can record out here, but I'm gonna give you a few more shows anyway, folks. Okay. So let's get in and dig into Hard Luck Town track. Let's rock it.
I done fucking mining. I done hard rock mining. I done fucking copper mining and fucking gold mining. Yeah. I was one of the toughest in the fucking West.